Chris, we're talking after another defeat for Whitby Town. It's finished 2-1 to Witton Albion this afternoon, and really a game of two halves.
Yeah, if I look at the second 45, which was ultimately the half of that Witton enjoyed the most input in the game, I just have to say I feel as if we've just through it completely. I think we've just made it easy to the points where words escape me. I just feel that we've invited them on. We've given them encouragement, we've given them reason to believe they can go on and win the game. We haven't done the basics correctly. So from being in a position whereas we're comfortable, being in a position where we feel as if we can build on what we've got at half time, we've just thrown it away completely. And I don't believe it's for the lack of effort. I think it's real bad decision making on numerous occasions. Just a real bad day at the office, second 45 there.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned that the first half as well. Whitby were almost controlling the game, weren't they, Chris, when you look at it?
Yeah, key moments in the game, I feel as if we should be making it 2. Munch's had a great chance, great move. Like you say, we should be making it 2, making it a little bit more difficult for our opponents to find a way back into the game. That being said, that didn't happen. But yeah, like you say, it was fairly comfortable. I think they came into it the last 10-15 minutes of the first 45, but we were fairly comfortable and confident we could go on and win the game. But then again, second 45, we've had a wind in our face, and we believed that we could show arrogance to the point where we could just play with this wind in our face and give our opponents every reason to go on and believe they can win the game.
One thing that was noted in the first half was it was very energetic performance from Whitby, a lot of pressing, a lot of fast passing and getting the ball down. Trying to do that in the second half just didn't really work, did it?
No, it didn't. I mean, the conditions were difficult, so it was always going to be a different approach that we needed in the second 45. And we spoke about that. We had a plan A, which was ultimately to try and get the ball down, encourage the boys that were doing well in the first 45 to get back on the ball and make an impact on the second 45. But we also said that if we needed to, we'd do it ugly. We didn't do it ugly there. We continued to try and go against the grain. On a pitch that was very bobbly. We just invited pressure on time and time again. The goals, from a management point of view, they're just a disaster.
Yeah. I mean, from a defensive point of view as well, Chris, you look at the goals and you think there's definitely areas where it could have been prevented.
Yeah, 100%. We've had situations where we're trying to defend throw-ins from the wrong side. We've had situations where we've had a couple of bites of the cherry to clear our lines. But it just seemed the momentum that Witton applied in the second 45 seemed to come on the back of, like you say, our arrogance in terms of how we approached the game. We just thought we could play out and we could invite them on. On a pitch, like you say, that was bobbly, a wind in your face. That wasn't conducive for playing football, and we need to smarten up and to play the conditions correctly.
Absolutely. And then look at the players that came into the side. 4 changes today, Chris, and obviously went with the 4 at the back system that suited Whitby last week. One player in particular that came in, Kyle Fryatt, seemed to impress.
Yeah, he did, and unfortunately for Kyle, he was obviously withdrawn early in the second 45. It just seemed as if we were shipping in a little bit of pressure. So with that in mind, like you say, Keezer was maybe defensively a better option there, just to be a little bit more combative. But it was a shame for Kyle because, like you say, he had a good impact on the game. I thought he had a decent game. But as you say, a game of 2 halves and 2 different approaches.
Yeah, so Andy Monkhouse as well, he seemed to do well for 70 minutes out there.
Yeah, and again we're having to manage Monks in the respect that he mentioned he could feel it at half time, so we knew that maybe he had 15-20 minutes in for the second 45. And then, like you say, we were forced into making the decision and forced into withdrawal, which was disappointing, but like you say, it's for the long game, to ensure that Monks doesn't have a recurrence and he's available come Wednesday.
Yeah, we move on now to Redcar Athletic in the North Riding Senior Cup. A chance to arrest this run of 11 games without a win, Chris. It's a good chance to regroup and go again, isn't it?
It is, and and I think the best thing about football is games come thick and fast, and you get an opportunity to right the wrongs from the previous game, and we'll certainly be trying to do that on Wednesday night. I feel as if we need to be getting back into good habits. We need to be, winning games of football. Just like you say, that second 45 just left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously these games against Redcar Athletic, a Wayside League team, it's one of those where you do have to guard against complacency, isn't it?
Oh, there'll be no complacency, mate. Like I say, this is an opportunity for us to get, to break an 11-game unbeaten, winless run. Like I said, there'll be no complacency. We need to ensure that we get a win there that takes us into the following game on Saturday.
And in terms of the squad, Chris, it's not a massive squad, but a chance to maybe look at one or two other players.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, like you say, I need to digest this. We'll look at the footage from today's game, like you say, and then we'll make decisions regarding Wednesday night.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Right.